This is Vishwajit Sankhe, and it is rightly said every data has a better data inside it. So, this project is all about exploratory data analysis using Python. Exploratory data analysis means gaining insights into the data, finding patterns from that data, imputing that data, cleaning that data, and gaining all types of relationships which are present in that data. So, this project contains hotel booking analysis. Project summary is there is a hotel booking dataset which consists of two types of hotels, city hotels and resort hotels. And data is all about those two types of hotels. To begin with, the problem declaration is we have to gain insights from that hotel booking data and draw conclusions and patterns and find the relationships which can be useful for the business cases. So let's first know our data. For that, we will import some libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. We'll import datetime functions, which will be useful for working with date and time type of data. So first, let's load our data. So here in this code, I have connected my Google Drive link, Google Drive to this collab code. From that drive, we are fetching the data, and this is the data which is stored in hotel booking df variable. And to display the data, we will display it here. So this data consists of total of 1,19,390 rows, which consists of many minute details like arrival date month, arrival date week number, deposit type, customer type, was it a normal customer, company, was that customer a company, reservation status, and reservation status date. So first we'll have a look on the columns which are present in this data. So this code gives us the columns which are present in this data set. So these are all the columns like is cancelled, lead time, arrival date month, and so on. So the data set info consists of, like example, hotel data, hotel column consists of 1,19,390 values which are not null. Means that column has a data. Like for example, this is a hotel column, and if you observe this column, it has some or the other data present in it, which is category that's resort hotel or city hotel. Means all the values are present, no values is null. Now, if a data contains the duplicate values which is of no use, which is also called as redundant data, so to clean it, we will have a look on this code. Drop duplicates drops the duplicate rows from our dataset, and in place true means it drops from our main data. So after dropping duplicate rows, we have 87,396 unique rows. Means in this, these rows are unique, no data is redundant. So this is the data after removing the duplicate values, duplicate rows. Means we have imputed np.nan, means wherever the value was null, we have imputed nan in this code. Fill na np.nan in place true. After that, we have calculated how which row contains how many null values in this code. For example, the company rows consists of these many null values in its column. For see here, this is a company column, and this contains very large number of null values. This nan was imputed by us, before it was null, and this 0 indicates that booking charges is there are 0 null values in it. Of course, charges, some or the other charges are charged for the rooms. So let's have some statistical analysis to our data. First of all, we'll see how many unique number of values are present which are not null. Unique means I mean not null. Here, the mean of that particular row, standard deviation of that particular column, minimum value of that particular column, and these all are percentile values, and this is the maximum value of that particular column. So whatever description I have said about our datasets, I have documented it here. So in this part, we will check how many unique values are present for each column. Like for example, unique means, like for example, there are, if this is a hotel column, it has two types of unique values, that is resort hotel or city hotel. I will show you in the data. If you have a look on this data, if you see the hotel column, it has two types of unique values, that is resort hotel or the city hotel. And similar thing is done for all the columns. As we discussed about customer type, it has transient, contract, transient party, and group. These four types of unique values, which are used many times in the column. So there were a few other columns also which consisted null values. So if a column consists very less number of null values, we should impute those values with some other values like mean, median, mode, depending upon the column. So here we have imputed the null values with value 0 in agent column. In country column also we have imputed values with others where there are null values like fill in a value others. And we can see now there are 0 null values in the country column. Now let's have a look how many null values are there present in our dataset. See, as you can see, there are 0 null values in hotel. Is cancelled column has 0 null values. So we can see except this children has only 4 null values. Every other column has 0 null values. So we have deal with the problem of null values. So again, having a look at the information, look at our dataset after cleaning the null values or imputing the null values with some other sensible values. So in this code, what we have done is we have calculated the total nights stayed by a customer in a hotel. So we have summed up this weeknights and weekend nights of that particular customer, and we have created a total stay night. And this column is appended to our dataset. And to calculate the revenue, these are the total nights stayed night by a customer, and these are the average rate. So we have multiplied it and we have included it in the revenue. So the total number of guests present in a particular row is number of adults present, number of children present, and number of babies present. So summing that, we get the total number of guests. So the total number of guests present in all the hotels were 1,76,990. This is a total number across all the hotels. But this column consists of guests in that particular row, in that particular booking. So the is cancelled was like if it was 0 it was not cancelled, and 1 means it was cancelled. We have replaced that with is cancelled value, that is not cancelled. We can see here the replace function is used here. Same is done with is repeated guests. If it was 0 it was replaced with not repeated, and if it was 1 it was replaced with repeated. So we have calculated the revenue by hotel. Group by function groups a particular data on basis of hotel. So here it's hotel. So there are two types of hotel: city hotel and resort hotel. So it has grouped the revenue of city hotel, added it some method, and for resort hotel it is also done the same thing. So we can see the revenue of city hotel and the revenue of resort hotel. So we have plotted this thing in a data set. It's like this particular resort hotel had zero revenue. This particular resort hotel has a revenue of this, and this particular city hotel had revenue of this. These values are in dollars. So whatever things we have did till now is like we have added columns, we have deleted the columns which are useless, and we have added columns by gaining the insights into the existing data, like that revenue column gets that total number of guests in a particular booking. We have removed duplicate values, null values. So this all I have documented here. Now the major part of exploratory data analysis which consists of is data visualization. Visualizing our data is important. Like if we visualize our data in a proper way, we get more insights into the data. As I said, every data has a better data hidden inside it. So to gain that insights, we need to visualize that data. So to visualize it, we will begin with a function which I have written here, that is get from column bar, plot bar, chart column. And like these functions, what they do is they plot a particular chart for a particular data, that we have to give input to that data, and this function written by me will plot a chart for that, and they will give a visualization of that data. So to begin with, we will begin with our chart 1, that is visualization code. This is a visualization code for this particular pie chart. The library which is used to plot these charts are matplotlib and seaborn. The library which were used to clean the data and that all the dataset related work was numpy pandas. So this pie chart consists of city hotel and resort hotel, and these are booking percentage. We can gain insight that city hotel had more number of bookings than resort hotel. It had six out of total bookings. There were 66.45% booking were done in city hotel, and 33.55% hotel bookings were done in resort hotel. So the conclusion which we can draw from this is city hotel attracted more number of customers and resort hotel were not able to attract that number of customers. So it had, so definitely the revenue for that will be also affected. So this is a second pie chart which gives insights into the cancellation volume of a hotel. For example, out of total bookings, 72.51% bookings were not cancelled and 27.49% bookings were cancelled. This is for both the hotels, that resort hotel and city hotels. So this visualization consists of bar chart which gives us an insights that which distribution channel contributed more. Like for example, corporate sector gave us this much amount of business. Direct means like the direct bookings of customers were this many of number. So this all data is present in this chart. So what insights we can draw from this data is TATO distribution channels attracted or gave us the more number of customers to that hotel. So companies should focus on TATO customer more, care about them, and also have a look that why these customers are giving less amount of business, and improve or focus more on that. So this particular pie chart gives the month-wise bookings. For example, the August month has maximum number of bookings. July has second to it. So what insights we can draw from this chart is, whichever month has a highest number of customers, hotels can track that, care about that customers, and compensate the revenues for the months which will have the lower number of customers. So this visualization code gives us insights about number of percentage of guests which are repeated. For example, 96.09% of the total guests were not repeated. Only 3.91% of the guests are repeated. So this visualization gives us the insights about which type of room was booked more. For example, the room type A had the largest number of customers, which was booked by more number of customers, and so on. The D was second to it, E was third. So the insights which we can draw from this is the hotel rooms of type A are more liked by the customers. All the things and insights I have documented it here for every visualization. So we can see this visualizations gives us the insights that which market segments out of total gave a booking more. Like for example, online TA had more number of, which gave more number of bookings, groups, directs, and corporates. So we can draw a conclusion that, or we can draw insights that online TA gave the more number of bookings, and company should, that hotel should focus more on others also, and see that why these are not giving the more number of bookings and what things are needed to be given to them. So this visualization contains of the total guests by country. For example, the Portugal had more number of, the guests who come from Portugal are larger in number than Great Britain and Northern Ireland, than France, and so on. Which con- from this we can draw insight that the guests from Portugal booked more number of rooms, and indirectly they generated, or they have given more revenue to the hotels. The conclusion which I can draw from this chart is the hotels can give more focus on the culture of Portugal, include more food from Portugal to attract those customers, as they are giving more number of revenues, and also focus on these other countries people or other countries guests to increase the number from those countries. This chart or this visualization contains the average ADR of resort hotel and city hotel. ADR is a part of revenue. So city hotel had more revenue than resort hotel. So we can conclude that the profits earned by city hotel are more than the resort hotel. So the previous chart consisted of the average ADR. So this chart consists of the total revenue. So the city hotel had more revenue than the resort hotel. So this visualization tells us that what was a type of meal eaten by our customers, that the customers of that hotel. For example, this is for the city hotel and this is for the resort hotel. Like BB type of food was preferred more by customers in both the hotels. So the insights which we can draw from this conclusion is the BB type of food is preferred more in both types of hotels. Maybe this food is related to Portugal, as there are more number of guests from Portugal. Now, this visualization contains the correlation heat map. The correlation heat map means, for example, if the correlation between two columns is 1, it means they are highly related to each other. If one increases, the other value also increases. If it's a positive correlation, both increases in the same direction. If it is a negative correlations, then if one value increases, other decreases. So how to read this correlation heat map is, for example, the correlation between EDR and total gas is given here. We can see the correlation is more as compared to other values. See, it's 0.39. So obviously, if total number of guests are more, the average revenue, that is average ADR, will be more. And also it is positive, that is plus 0.39. So this was all about our exploratory data analysis project on hotel booking analysis, and the various conclusions which we have drawn from this data is city hotel is preferred more by customers, so it generates more revenue, more profits. So the other type of hotel should include the insights which we have drawn is the other type of hotel like resort hotel should take some or guidance from the city hotels to improve their infrastructure and other services. The July and August months has highest number of bookings. Portugal and United Kingdom attracted more number of customers in the hotel. Majority stay in the hotel was between 1 to 4 days, and out of total bookings, one-fourth of the reservations were cancelled. So hotels should focus more on that. Why the reservations are getting cancelled? Work on the customers and develop the relationship with them. One more insights which we have drawn from this data is corporates had more number of repeated guests as compared to others. So this was all about the exploratory data analysis. We dive deep into the data, gain many insights, patterns, and relationships into that data, and have provided the ideas and improvements to the business. Thank you.